We begin with the deadly earthquake and that warning tonight that more powerful aftershocks could be coming. The 6.2 quake striking after dark in Japan, and then several violent tremors followed, sending walls crashing down, emergency teams right there running to find those trapped. This scene captured inside a Japanese newsroom, everything shaking there. The death toll expected to rise tonight, the images of the families huddled in the streets, and now the urgent search for the missing. ABC's Matt Gutman with the images coming in tonight from Japan.
The shaking so violent it spun the security camera like a top. It's footage, a bouncing blur of city lights and fires. Japanese emergency officials say multiple people were killed, many hundreds wounded when the magnitude 6.2 quake struck at 9:26 p.m. local time right under the city of Kumamoto. Firefighters battling multiple blazes. Tonight, crews urgently searching for survivors and the injured, going door to door in the dark, bringing fears that the death toll could rise. A cluster of aftershocks, a man's camera rolling as one hits. Those windows shaking and people screaming, sending thousands into the streets, huddling against the cold, digging into pre-prep supplies. The quake buckling roads, derailing this train on the tracks. These office workers ducking under desks. American Noel Vincent lives there.
Suddenly, we just kind of felt the floor drop beneath us. That's what it felt like.
This quake is powerful on Japan's seismic intensity scale as the last major quake, the monster 9.0 in 2011 that unleashed a deadly tsunami. David, that quake maxing out the intensity scale because it hit so violently right beneath an urban area. And now that it's daylight there, rescuers are racing to find people still trapped under the rubble.
On away.
Yes.
God, who's burning something? That's somebody's clutch. I think it's coming from your way. A little bit less pressure. Yes, you're just going. Yeah, I know. I watched that before and a big piece went.
Daybreak has revealed massive landslides across Kumamoto Prefecture that has severed roads and damaged some bridges. Workers are also trying to rescue people trapped in collapsed apartment buildings and houses. If you're just tuning in, a magnitude 7.3 earthquake has struck the Kyushu region in southwestern Japan, in the same region where there was a major quake on Thursday. At least 3 people have been confirmed dead, while hospitals in the region are reporting that more than 470 people are being treated for injuries such as broken bones. Meteorological officials say the quake occurred at around 1:25 a.m. Saturday, Japan time. They say the focus was about 12 kilometers deep in Kumamoto Prefecture. The jolt registered an intensity of 6+ on the Japanese seismic scale of 0 to 7 in some parts of the prefecture. Japan's only working nuclear power plant is located in the same region of Kyushu. Officials say they have confirmed there are no irregularities with the 2 reactors and that they remain in operation. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe called an emergency meeting on Saturday morning and instructed ministers and relevant officials to do their utmost to help people in affected areas.
Today at 1:25 a.m., the Kumamoto region experienced an earthquake even bigger than the previous one that took place on Friday. There have been many aftershocks too. The affected areas are widespread and could become more extensive. I will instruct you on 3 points. 1. All authorities involved, including local governments, must grasp the situation and share information. 2. We will bolster self-defense forces and other rescue personnel. Securing the safety of citizens is our top priority. And we will do all we can to rescue and save lives, lead evacuation efforts, and offer medical services. 3. We will offer information about where and how people can evacuate and take shelter. It should be timely and accurate. I ask that everyone please exercise strong leadership in carrying out your responsibilities.
In the wake of Saturday's largest 7.3 magnitude tremor, a Japan Meteorological Agency official is calling on people to exercise extreme caution. He wants them to stay away from potentially hazardous sites. He says strong jolts were felt across a wider area than those struck by the previous quake on Thursday. The official said aftershocks with intensities up to 6- on the Japanese scale of 0 to 7 could occur over the next several days.
Sinking fences and utility poles and bursting water and sewer pipes.
I heard the fence breaking, and there seems to be a sewage smell.
A mobile home park evacuated as a sinkhole threatens dozens of homes.
Makes you think twice now.
Tonight, the work going on right now to prevent this hole from getting any bigger. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jameson Euler.
And I'm Ashley Glass in for Wendy Ryan, and we have covered a lot of sinkholes here in the Bay Area, but tonight we're getting a view of a sinkhole like we have never seen before.
Yeah, a local realtor sharing this video from the drone that he caught earlier today. You can see just how close that huge hole is to those mobile homes there just behind it. Let's give you some perspective on this one. This hole opened up on Mango Street, right in the middle of the Tarpon Lakes Mobile Home Park. Neighbors tell ABC Action News this stretch of road has actually been closed for some time, but the sinkhole opened up while crews were working on repairs just this morning.
And we have team coverage in Tarpon Springs tonight. Right now, our Carson Chambers is at one of those mobile homes speaking to neighbors about the fear in that community.
But we start with Eric Waxler. He's live at the command center with what crews are doing to keep that hole from growing tonight. Eric?
Yeah, hey, Jameson. The good news right now, no injuries today, and so far no damage to any of the mobile homes. But you can see the work continues as crews out here are trying to stabilize that hole and also prevent any more damage and any more flooding from a broken water main. A concrete pole sinking down, crumbling earth, and a fence destroyed. The sinkhole opened up around 9:30 this morning and continued to grow on Mango Street. Residents from the Tarpon Shores Mobile Home Park were evacuated.
Anytime you see a sinkhole like that, and you see it across the state here, especially in Florida, where tragedy has happened, so you want to get out there as quickly as possible to safeguard human life.
Officials say contractors were working here this morning trying to stabilize a smaller sinkhole that was discovered 6 weeks ago.
They were working on the stanchion pipes that they had in the ground there when they had a failure underneath. Water line and 2 sewer lines broke.
Crews diverted some of the water, but wastewater continues to pour out. That's why they built a berm to capture any overflow. There is a boil notice for the neighboring plaza, and officials are asking anyone living east of Lake Tarpon to limit usage of anything that goes down the drain. The city will eventually fill the hole, but that could take a while. What's the risk to those homes right now?
I think it's pretty minimal at this point, but as again with Mother Nature, anything can change.
And the latest estimate I just got from officials moments ago is that hole is about 80 feet wide. They don't know how deep it is, though, because it still has water inside. They are trying to remove some of that water now so they can really get a better look at it. Investigators also won't say yet whether they are blaming the contractors who were working on the sinkhole this morning for causing it to get so much bigger. Live in Tarpon Springs, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
All right, Eric, thank you. And now turning to our Carson Chambers, who's also on the ground tonight in Tarpon Springs.
She spent the day with residents of the Tarpon Shores Mobile Home Park and joins us live now with the impact this sinkhole is having on that community. Carson?
Well, I'll tell you, the smell is pretty awful out here, and that is because they are pumping wastewater out of the sinkhole. They keep moving in these tanker trucks one by one, and once they fill it up, they'll move in another one and take its place. But the best view is definitely right here, where neighbors found a safe place to watch it all. With every loud crack, and the sides keep caving in. Are you watching this? Chunk crumbling.
This is the first one I've seen.
Another ladder creaked open against this Tarpon Springs fence.
I said, okay, our curiosity got the best of us, so we brought a ladder over it.
Deb Ingalls is from South Dakota. Ed Blake Winters from Ohio. David Phillips is a snowbird from Canada. What opened up across the way was never what they imagined to be Florida living.
I'm very worried. I just crossed my mind, what would I do if someone told me I had to leave? What would I do? I don't know.
The sinkhole keeps getting greedier, and the distance in between the hole and their homes feels smaller and smaller.
We don't live 100 yards from there.
6 neighbors evacuated from Tarpon Shores, the mobile home park right across the street, their doors draped in yellow caution tape. And back across this way.
Oh, we will. We will be out here all day long, for sure.
Neighbors hoping to pack up their ladders soon. And this is a live look at crews still pumping water out of the sinkhole. You can see a big truck down there just showed up with some pipes. So we assume that is what they're going to make the fix with. Of course, we will keep you updated on this progress. For now, we're live in Tarpon Springs. I'm Carson Chambers. Back to you.